This video from Casio Help, we're taking a look at receipt header message programming on the SR-C range of cash registers. So I've got another video explaining how you can do this via the smartphone app. This is how you can do it manually through the register itself. So we're presuming that you've seen our previous video where we've replaced the default graphic logo with the default text logo, and we're now going to show you how you can edit the text logo to be personalised to your business. There's a couple of things you need to do this. You obviously need the PGM key because all the programming's done in the program mode. You'll also find the manual pretty useful for this. Pages 55 to 57 will demonstrate how you input characters and also how you get punctuation. So if you put in a website or a telephone number into your header message, you'll need to know how to get the punctuation and also how to get the numbers, but I'll cover that in more detail as I go through what I'm going to program on my receipt header. What I also find helpful, if you want the information centered on the receipt, is to actually write out what you want to appear on the receipt header message. So on the Casio tills you get 4 lines as your logo text message. I'm going to program 3. If you're using the default font size, then you can have up to 24 characters per line. If you're using the bold size as Casio uses default, then you only get 12 characters per line. If you want them centered, then you need to calculate how many spaces you're taking up, and then also how many spaces to insert at the start. So that's what I've got, 2 spaces at the start of each line here, because all my lines take up 19 characters. So with 2 spaces in the start and 3 at the end, that's as close to centered as I can get it. If you're happy with it left justified, you don't have to worry about that. You can just get on with the programming, which is what I'll now do. So key to PGM. The other thing you'll need actually is the alpha overlay, which is in the little plastic bag where the manual and keys would have been. So I've already popped that under the wet cover just to make it easier to enter the characters. When you're in PGM mode, you need to head down to message setting and press CA amount 10 to go into it, and then it comes up with the default logo 1, 2, 3. So what's in here is currently what you're getting printing out on your receipt headers. So to edit line 1, you press CA amount 10 to go into it, and then there's a delete button here on the decimal point button. And then if you delete all the existing characters, you know exactly where you're starting with. So this is now where my grid comes in handy. So I know I need 2 spaces. So the space button's here. I then also want to put my Casio Help top line in double size characters. So there'll be a button on the register that'll say DBL size, and it's located here. Now you know you're in double size because the big bold A has replaced the small a. So if you're ever unsure as to whether you're entering double size or normal size characters, that's your way of checking. So now you literally type in the description or the name you want. Space is here. And then once you're happy with what you've typed in, you press cash amount end, and it will nudge you back to the main logo message, and you can see it's also printed out Casio Help. So that looks pretty good there, so we're happy with that. So then we arrow down to logo 2, CA amount 10 to go into it, delete the default text that's already in there, and now we can take a look at what we want to program on line 2. So again, we're starting with 2 spaces. Now we want to enter lowercase characters for the website, and they're going to be small characters, so we're going to make sure that we've not got the double size on, which we haven't. So the lowercase, I mean, there's a couple of different ways of entering actually. You can use the shift button here to put the double size in. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. So if you press shift, you've got lowercase here, and it stays lowercase. So you can just pop it in there. The old school way of doing it would be to use the buttons here. So if you use these to get the lowercase W, you would have to press the number 3 button 5 times, because it would go through the capital letters first and then the lowercase. But on this machine, because we've got a flat keyboard, it's actually a hell of a lot easier to do it that way. decimal point looks like it's that button there. We'll try it. Now we need to go back to the caps because it's in on the white background. No, so we need to delete that one. So where's the full stop or decimal point? There we go. So that is your decimal point. That's worth knowing. I mean, it looks exactly the same as that one, but it's on this button here, 52. So now we can go back to entering lowercase letters by pressing the shift key, and then we want the website in there. Caps to get the decimal point, and then back to shift for the lowercase. Nothing like the old school way of doing it, messing around with an app. If you've made a mistake like I've just done, delete is here, that'll take you back. So I'm wanting to enter that, so I need to be on caps. Then I enter it, and then I press shift again to go back to the lowercase. This wouldn't be easier on a phone, would it? Okay, so there's the website entered. So cash amount 10 to save that. You can feed it through a bit if you want to see what it looks like, check you've spelt it correctly. I mean, you can check there as well, but that looks okay to me. Looks fairly centered as well. So then we can arrow down to logo free, CA amount 10 to go into it, and then the delete button here. So if we refer back to what I want to appear on there, so I've got a made up phone number on there, 2 spaces to start because I want it centered, and then we're going for capital letters, so I need to be on caps here, TEL, TEL, and then I want a dash after a space, dash, space, and then to put my number in, the numbers are all on here just like the letters, and they're all on the white background, so just like entering the uppercase characters. I mean, this is a lot easier than on the raised keyboard machines where you have to put all the numbers in on these keys here. Once you've entered your phone number, cash amount 10 to save. You can go down and program logo 4 if needs be, but I'm just happy with 3 characters or 3 lines on there. So when you're done, subtotal, back to the main settings menu, and then you turn the key back to reg and just get rid of that programming receipt. The next time you process a transaction, we've got post receipt set up. Let's pop the sale through. Post receipt, there we go. We've got our Casio help, www.casiohelp.co.uk, and then the made up phone number on there. So that's how you edit the default description. As I said, there is a video showing you how to do this on the app. There's also a video showing you how to get rid of the default graphic header. If you want to put your own graphic header in to replace this one, check out the app video as well, because that will show you how simple it can be done from a phone. Yeah, so there's video links appearing on screen now which you can check out. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit casiohelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.